Alola! I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Yungoos and Gumshoos. And yet again, we continue the trend of starting on Ranker. 5 episodes in a row. When will it end? I don't know. Now, I remember this instinctively, just like remember when I first started, because again, before the channel was started, I was working on my own little list and my own little idea and just looking through the Alola decks for nicknames. Now, granted, I never technically did legendaries because I was only looking for me and nobody else. But I do remember Trump being the most popular choice, and everyone was like, ha ha ha, at Trump! And I didn't get it, and then later I was like, oh, because the hairline. So I think it even came to a point where Pokemon or Nintendo had to actually say, no, we weren't trying to do that. That's a coincidence because this came out in 2016, same year as our Donald Trump became president. It doesn't matter if you like him or hate him. Your kids are going to learn about him in history class. Isn't that great? But no, I get it as a nickname. I don't particularly care for it as a nickname. And no, before you try and twist my words, I don't politic. I'm not from this country. So I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Biden. I don't care about anyone. I don't fucking care. Don't try and label me as any of your bullshit. I just think it's hilarious that people get so pissy about it when it's like, you can't do anything about it. You gotta fucking deal with it. That's my stance on it. I actually don't hate Nutmeg. I don't really have shit to do with anything. It's just a food-based nickname, but I don't know. I've just never seen it before, and yeah. I remember when I was in school, one of my teachers told me that the name Meg was short for Nutmeg. Not short for Megan. It was short for Nutmeg. Her legal name was Nutmeg, but they called her Meg. I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge Slim as well. I don't really care for this one. I understand the logic, and if you're gonna do Slim Shady, because I feel like we're still going back with the slick blonde hair look. And I guess if you want to do Slim Shady, that's gonna be a little bit better to me. But yeah, I see where they're trying to go for. At least I assume that's what they're trying to go for. I'm gonna take shots because I'm pretty sure there's nobody watching this with the name Gus Gus, but for whatever reason that fucking made me laugh. I don't know why that was funny to me, but that was funny to me. Also want to take shots at Gideon because I always thought it was weird that the fucking final boyfriend that's like the most best or whatever out of fucking all of Ramon's evil ex-boyfriends and Scott Pilgrim was named Gideon, because that is such a nickname, that is such a name that you're gonna get beat up for having. So the fact that this dude was named that instead of Chad or some shit is the weirdest fucking thing to me. I gotta be honest, I actually didn't know Gumshoos was based off of Detective. So I saw that he had, these nicknames and didn't get it. He's like, oh, we previously covered it, but here's more. So that's interesting to me. Why didn't it go forward when I hit go forward? There's no go forward. Anyway, I don't know. Here's just, I guess, some interesting thing. I mean, I guess it's in the name, so maybe I'm an idiot, but yeah, just ideas for you to take a different direction if you want to for the nicknames. Actually, you know what? I was thinking this when I was looking at the the Tumblr, and I was like, oh, I had an idea, and then I lost it because like I forget things after 4 seconds. If you wanted to do the detective motif without it being, I don't know, super obvious or whatever, and I don't know, relevant, go for Looker. Name Yungoos Looker, Gumshoos Looker. Because then it can keep that detective style while being relevant to the Pokemon and being just original and not calling it Gumshoe or Detective or whatever. So that's that. I think I like that idea, and I think it'd be great to see. I don't think they did it in the anime or the games to just give Looker a Gumshoos, because that would be funny to watch them standing by each other and just pose simultaneously. Like imagine James and Mime Jr., but instead it's Looker and Gumshoos. I would like that. Why are we not giving him like a proper hat, monocle, and pipe? Finally, here we go. I see. This is the thing that got me when I first saw Yungoos and Gumshoos. I didn't think Trump at all. I didn't even know it was a joke until literally, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years later. I went with naming mine Tavi after Ricky Tikki Tavi. I thought that was very apparent and very obvious, but everyone was busy smacking their head in the wall going her Trump, that I don't know, I guess I wasn't part of that group of idiots. But no, I went with Tavi. I felt like it was short, simple, and it worked good. And this guy was also on my wavelength, except did Ricky Ticky. It's totally fine. That's the one I personally use. Okay, well, we've reached the bottom, and I mean, it's about what you expect. I do kind of want to highlight these fascinating videos that I will never look at ever in my life. This is what everyone is naming it. You didn't even need to make a video at that point. There was no fucking point. Like, I dislike the secretive, we can't just tell you what the fuck. You know what, you know how much of a fucking twat I would be if, instead of naming my videos something simple like nicknames for Gumshoos, Yungoos, I was like, these are the nicknames that you won't believe the internet came up with. And like, imagine how much of a fucking twat I'd be and how much you'd hate me. Less is more. You don't have to beg like a homeless person for attention. People don't like you. But anyway, going through, we've looked through everything. It's literally just 99% Trump and whatever. I don't care. Again, I've explained my story. I didn't know it was a thing until I started actually looking up nicknames, and I was like, oh, okay. I was confused. I got it. Whatever. That's what the internet does. That's their thing. Only other things worth highlighting, I mean, honestly, I'm just going to say Slim Shady just for at least being different. And then Looker for being different, but also while I was thinking about it, another way, because people were talking about like Dick Gumshoe or calling it Dick because of Ace Attorney, or a Dick is another thing for detective or whatever. In Japan, Gumshoe's official name is Dick Detective. You get it? There's a joke there. So I think rather than, if you wanted to do the Ace Attorney route, call it that instead, because there's at least a different joke you can make in the whole detective thing that's sort of different, but could also be referential. That's my 2 cents. I think that's going to be better than calling it Gumshoe or just Dick. It's a little bit more creative and a play on words. Again, I use Tavi, Ricky Ticky Tavi. In the spreadsheet, we have Malfoy. Okay, bleach blonde hair, slick back. There's another one for you, I guess. I forgot Draco had a son. But anyway, that's it. We're done with that. Was there ever mentioned? When was it mentioned Malfoy had a son? Was that the very end of the last book? Has to have been. Imagine reproducing with Malfoy. Never mind. That's probably tapping into somebody's fantasy. We don't have any comment suggestions. We went over everything. Any other ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones you think are good. Let's keep the political debates out of this. I don't care which side you follow on, but to be honest, anyone that's going to argue about politics is pretty immature. And there's a 99% chance I'll just delete your comment. How's that sound?